Good day, Rusk enjoyers. Hope you're right, 'cause it's time for the predictions video. So I'm actually recording this like 21 hours after the Rustle rotated. It's the next day. So, of course, with these sales looking pretty interesting, I'm going to go ahead and try and figure out of all these skins, which one could potentially be the best investment for this week, which of these skins might help us walk away as some sweet, delicious looking profit. So, sit back and relax. I'm going to start yapping. So 21 hours after Rustle has rotated, this surprise complete the sets Rustle. But that's a bit of a problem. So, let me just quickly elaborate. We had a complete the sets Rustle not too long ago, didn't we? So, let's just quickly remind you of August 21, 2025. You might notice that a lot of these skins, they're not really holding up very nicely. This is a problem with complete the sets. It's nice to see some surprise skins finally getting accepted, but there's no guarantee that we're going to continue seeing more skins being made for these skins. What does that mean? So basically, did we see another Legacy Kevlar skin after the Legacy Kevlar jacket? No. Did we see one for the Camouflage collection? No. The only skin here that actually got a collection continuation fairly recently was Oasis, with a Furnace being accepted. So please take this into consideration. You're probably going to see all the skins, most of them, drop down in price. Do not be surprised by such a thing, alright? So the way we're going to likely approach this is that maybe we're just better with the buy orders. But then again, we're very close to post-Christmas. We're very close to January 2026. Perhaps it won't be so bad initially. But as we roll into the springtime, Easter time, that's where we see a big drop-off. Now, let's just quickly explain. This was a surprise Rustle. This is complete the sets. The Naval update was delayed, wasn't it? So what happened was, in the past 2 weeks, if you've been keeping track with all the brand new Rust Workshop skin submissions, basically the majority of the skins were Naval themed. So Facepunch was like, alright, we'll just take all those skins, we'll pause it. Naval update has been delayed until February 2026, so that's when they're going to pick the skins. So all those Naval themed skins will be saved for February 4 swipe. And that's why, as we go through post-Christmas, I question, could we actually see tons of people turning up for February time? If I could just quickly show you last year, as you'll see for yourself, January, it was absolutely amazing, but February wasn't that far off. Maybe we just see tons of people turning up for February instead. Maybe we'll still see tons of people turning up for January 2026, but maybe more for February 2026. And maybe post-Christmas might last a bit longer than initially expected. We'll see how it goes, but we do anticipate a lot of people wanting to turn up to play that brand new Naval update. So much content has been revealed and showcased. Is it going to be any good? Well, that's up for debate. So anyway, we've got to wait until February 2026 until we get the actual Naval update. And so with that out of the way, how about we go ahead and look at all these skins, although considering the past complete the sets we had this year, back in August, do keep in mind, you should not be surprised that these skins do drop down in price, but it might not happen until maybe March or April time. So, okay then, out of all these skins, what's probably going to be the best investment for this week then, Hedge? I think No Mercy Snow Jacket probably has a very good shout, but please take this into consideration. Next week, we're also expecting a complete the sets Rustle again. I don't know what could be picked, but let me tell you this. I know we have some No Mercy tactical gloves that have been submitted. They're in the workshop, but we're not going to see any tactical gloves until we have the Trust and Rust batch of Twitch drops. H-June has a very nice white tactical gloves that's going to be released. You can get that for absolutely free, and I'm pretty confident it matches up very nicely with the No Mercy collection. I've showcased this in my Rust rotation video, so yeah. I did record it quite late, yeah. Just to point out, yeah, everything's chaptered. You can see that for yourself. Skip ahead to where I showcase the No Mercy Snow Jacket in the snow. It's fine. It's totally fine. Like, I was kind of anticipating either the Whiteout Snow Jacket or the No Mercy Snow Jacket being accepted. Lo and behold, No Mercy. We keep getting tons of that, don't we? No Mercy is the largest collection we have in Rust. I think that's number 41 in total. But Snow Jackets, how often do you get them? How often do you use them? And how often do you skin them? Let's just point this out. So as you'll see, we don't have that many skins. That's pretty obvious to see, isn't it? Due to the sheer lack of skins, these have worked out quite alright. And 2 of these are like general drops that you get when you just play Rust, you know, when you just go around random skins, like a beanie hat and all that, a t-shirt. Those are 2 of them. So, we've been down this road before, haven't we? You might recall with, Halloween. Oh yeah, miner hats. So of course, for a very long time, 8 years, we did not see a miner hat in a Rust store. Oh, look at that. Ta-da! That looked cool. That looked special. 30,000 plus subscribers later. Oh dear. because what happened was we then saw this, then this, then this, and this. Now these two, they sold an absurd amount, but they did look pretty cool. With all due respect, we'll acknowledge that. But the thing is, though, to get so many skins in such a short amount of time, it's not good for it. Focused item of the month is a bit of a problem, and well, of course, with snow jackets, we're expecting another one next week, and let me tell you, there's some pretty cool looking designs. And then for Christmas rush stores, I'm still seeing snow jackets being submitted. We very likely will get a Santa snow jacket. I would not be surprised. So options are going to appear. That could be problematic. And, well, considering that snow jackets are getting more attention, don't be surprised if we potentially see more being accepted in 2026. Skin creators will probably think, you know what, I could make another one of those. That'd be cool. Like, there's so many collections out there that just simply don't have a snow jacket, but still have, like, a regular jacket. I should point out, in the No Mercy collection, you'll see for yourself the No Mercy jacket. How much does that sell for right now? Oh, yeah, $40. Although back in the summer, it's pushing up to $50. So, okay, that's looking pretty sweet. That's a lot more accessible. A lot more people would actively want to use that. So, feel free to offer your own opinions. Are you actually going to skin it? Like, are you actually going to get a snow jacket? Are you actually going to skin it? Are you going to appreciate it? We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of questioning it. I questioned it when I looked at it in my rust rotation video, and I'm still questioning it now. And with the sales it's got, to give you a very rough estimate, I think that could probably just about reach about 25 to 30,000 subscribers. Wouldn't surprise me. We'll see how it goes. So looking at all the other skins, I think now I'll talk about Neon Storage Small Cards Box. But there's problems with this. Although, looking at the sales at the moment, it doesn't look too bad. You might recall, in the summer of 2024, we saw a lovely batch of Neon Small Boxes. Now this doesn't really order it very well, so let me just go back over to here. Let me show you it this way. So here you are, look at all those 5 small boxes. A lovely supplementary small box batch. Big surprise to see that being accepted. The fuel box appeared in the pseudo complete the sets of May 2024. So that appeared, and then, well, Skin Creator realised, oh, I'll make some more then. And then that got accepted, that got accepted, that got accepted, that got accepted. Let me remind you, these were selling absurd numbers. I can recall, Fuel did like 20,000 subscribers after the first 24 hours of sales. I remember Meds did like 24, 25,000. Well, let me just remind you, 46,000 subscribers, 52,000 subscribers. Then Food has like 40,000 subscribers. Small Comps has like 38,000 subscribers. And then Seeds about 26,000 subscribers. So, based on what I'm looking at right here, I think that might comfortably reach about 30,000 subscribers. But that will probably be it. That will be most likely one of the lower selling skins. Now, unfortunately, with this appearing, you might have noticed the small props cards box. Oh no! I got dumped on. I should have acted faster. Anyway, so that happened. What gives? What's going on with the small props collection? Not sure. I'm kind of expecting one to appear next week. It would make sense. Some very interesting designs have been submitted. But yeah, unfortunately, with Neon Small Cards box appearing, it's kind of like put a damper on all the skins there. Now, I should point out, I'm not really expecting another Neon Storage skin to be accepted, although Berries is on the workshop as well. You never know what might appear next week. But with these small boxes from the previous year, they were appearing like one after the other. So there was a lot of investment into these. But then inevitably, because they sold far too much, problems arose and tons of stock appeared on the Steam market. You might have noticed only 2 of those skins are actually in the positive, and the other 3, not so much. Cards box, it looks like it could probably match up to the sales we saw at the Berries box, the Neon Berry box. So, okay. Now, hang on a minute, Seeds box, sorry. Seeds box, we're expecting Berries box. Sorry about that, got a little bit confused. Okay, so, if you don't sell that much in comparison to the others, maybe it will work out quite alright, but I do feel like I'm going to be better off with a buy order. But let me also point this out. This is selling for $2, all those other small boxes sold for $1.49. So, it's nice to finally see it though. I've been anticipating this for years. Like, I remember when that was originally submitted like a good few years ago. I'm pretty sure Duck, the skin creator, has like resubmitted it twice. Well, lo and behold, it's finally accepted. So, alright, cool. Are you happy with that? What would you like to see being made next if Duck were to consider making more small boxes? Feel free to comment below. Right then, so we've got to look at all the other skins. I guess the safest thing to say would be the Sinotype Fuel Large Box. It's part of the Sinotype collection. It's doing okay. I got no complaints. We have matched up to the amount of neon large boxes we got. So you might recall we got 18 of these. Well, can confirm Sinotype has reached 18. Skin Creator did say he was probably going to continue making them, but he can't right now because, of course, he has to submit his Christmas skin. So let me just remind you, this weekend we're expecting a lot of Christmas skins. Now, I'll give you a nice little preview right now. A lot of submissions, 40 plus at the moment. Oh, there you go. Santa Snow Jacket, I was warning you. So, yep, lots of interesting designs already. I am anticipating potentially like 200 plus. 300 plus, hopefully, I guess. That's what we saw for Halloween. But Christmas tends to be a little bit less. So, all right, cool. So, do take that into consideration. But also, you know what? It's a complete the sets Rust next week as well. I don't think, well, we could see the Navy box, or maybe that'll be saved for February Force Wipe. We'll see. But I don't think we're going to see a Sinotype skin next week. That's why I kind of think maybe we'll see small props. We'll see how it goes. Overall, if you have faith that the collection's going to hold up, that's totally fine. This definitely looks like it's going to sell less compared to the previous week's skin. And, well, let me remind you. Sinotype Electric, only $3.27. I was looking at the sales. 19,800 subscribers. Sinotype Drop, 24,000 subscribers. Sinotype Stone, 25,000 subscribers. The recent ones have been slowly going down less and less in terms of overall subscribers. Now, with all due respect, their prices are holding up quite nicely. I didn't mean to say the price, I'm so sorry. But hey, that is a good thing to point out. So perhaps Sinotype Fuel, at the current rate of sales that you're doing, you're probably going to barely reach 20,000 subscribers. Maybe you might still surpass last week's one. We'll see. But anyway, all of those recent ones are doing quite all right. Maybe they'll just do okay as well. So definitely for your consideration. But remember, this, they're abnormal, right? Abnormal barders probably would be the smartest thing to do. Looking at all the other skins, I feel like I want to talk about the SAP now. There are problems though. So, would you rather spend $3 or free, or $3 or free? What on earth am I talking about? Can you please consider going over to my Rust rotation video? Skip ahead to the point where I showcased the SAP, because of course, I also showcased and compared it with H. June's Trust and Rust SAP. Yep, there's a brand new white SAP with a transparent aim sight exactly like the Seeker SAP that's going to be given away for absolutely free. However, you know, it's unfortunate that we have this issue, but let me remind you, Heatseeker collection isn't struggling at the moment. So, AK's good, SAR's good, MP5, it did 65,000 subscribers, an absolutely absurd amount of sales, and yet it's only down by 11% at the moment. It's recovering, it's improving. The way it goes is if nothing ever compares to it, it will eventually rise up in price and work out as a nice investment. Absurd sales regardless, doesn't matter, like it's improving, it's getting there. And as we roll into January 2026, this will be in the positive. Thompson's doing A-OK, and let me point this out to you. We've had some pretty interesting transparent Thompson Twitch drops. We're just about to get one for Twitch Rivals. So, does that look like it's struggling? No, that'll probably just be A-OK. People appreciate the Heatseeker collection. They like it. They love it. Look at the Heatseeker Revolver, for example. This is the best thing to bring up. Recently, we just saw the Olympus Revolver. Oh, no. So, you know, this halved in price. It was pushing up to $9. That brand new revolver appears with even more transparency. That gets all the attention. This did suffer, but it's already recovering. It's back up to $6. Yesterday, it was $6.50. So we'll see how that goes. But if the SAP has competition, well, the more likely thing is that this will probably not end up selling that much. People will probably refrain from wanting to buy that, and then it'll probably end up with the same amount of sales that the revolver had, and that's good. Not too many sales, and probably the go-to marketable transparent aim sight set, like that probably will still work out very nicely. If anything, I should have said that a little bit earlier, but hey, initially there might be some problems. We'll see how it goes. It's a high price of $3, but then again, are the other ones even struggling? One very smart individual decided to list 100 of these LR300s because they found out that we're getting that special DLC LR300 with the space station building skin. So, we'll see how it goes, but honestly, that is still looking pretty good. Like, I know all the recent SAPs, they've been a bit, but a smart barder first, we'll look at the support afterwards. I think it's good. I think it's still good. So, alright, we'll leave it at that. How about all the other skins? I think the next one I want to talk about is the Dungeon Armor Double Door. I wouldn't be surprised if it drops off a bit, but it's a very cool, awesome looking design. Again, consider watching the Rust rotation video. Personally, I would have liked the rug. The rug looks so cool. You can put it on all your walls. It makes it look like you're in a dungeon, a literal dungeon. It's awesome. But hey, I'll take what we got. I would like to see the skin creator resubmit that just to see what happens. But anyway, double armored doors. We don't see that many of them, but we do get a decent amount. And we also get quite a lot of drops as well. So this year we had the Play Rust armored door, the Bellum armored double door, and we had the Kick double armored door. I'm not sure if we could see anything else. You know, do we still have room for a Rustoria one and all that? Looks like we do. Oh no, that's right there. Oh, so maybe next year we don't see that many drops, or maybe we do. We'll see. We did get 2 other ones accepted this year though, so they are down in price. But let me remind you, all the ones that you see here were down in price at this point last year. Look at them now. Actually, no, Neon Bismuth, you just kind of walked out and just instantly was all right. So yeah, as time goes on, as more and more options appear, maybe there will be issues, but a smart beholder still would work out quite all right. And this clearly isn't like selling ridiculously. That very likely might just end up with around 15,000 subscribers or a little bit more. I'm fine with that. So, looking at you, I think we'll probably stick with the beholder first, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. There's no transparency in this, but the glow does look very pretty. So, alright, cool. Could we see more in the future? We'll see. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that, but yeah. Don't assume it's going to just spike in price anytime soon. It'll just be like a nice, slow, gradual rise. I want to see what the sales look like when we do the abnormal balders next week. Looking at all the other skins, I'm thinking, and I'll be honest with you, I think I'll probably approach the Neon Bismuth locker first. So, this is a spectacular, lovely, very bright, glow-in-the-dark design, much like what we saw with all the previous Neon Bismuth skins. And this was actually the only early pick this week, I believe. I was surprised to see Wildcat. He submitted this when everybody else was submitting naval theme skins. Well, who gets the last laugh? Well, there you go. Props to you then, sir. Congratulations. But anyway, Neon Bismuth collection. Look at that. Don't bother with this. That technically shouldn't be part of this collection. That's the real Neon Bismuth Sheep Minador, and that's actually getting back up to its Rustore price. So that did drop off a little bit, but now it's recovered because this has appeared. In the future, could we see any more Neon Bismuth skins? I mean, this was kind of a surprise, and I have seen the skin creator try to do more skins. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but is that struggling? Is that struggling? Is that struggling? Is this struggling? No, people like them. People appreciate them. So, the locker. Let's also just point it out. We're getting a very special charity locker next week with the Trust and Rust batch. So next week, it's 100% guaranteed. That'll be a charity skin in the Rustore next week. Trust and Rust arcade locker. That'll probably sell for about $5. Now, the novelty of it and the design of it, it looks very cool. And I did showcase this in my Rust rotation video, but that'll probably cost about $5. Based on recent charity skins we have seen, that'll probably cost about $5. Maybe people buy it because, of course, once it's gone, it's gone. It will be bound to your account, it won't be tradable, it won't be marketable, and people probably buy it, again, to help raise funds for, you know, Jingle Jam, but also the novelty of, well, once it's gone, and maybe not everybody will have it. So, we'll see how that goes, but Trust and Rust Arcade Locker does look very cool. Maybe it might stop people from wanting to buy this, or maybe this will just work out perfectly fine. We'll see how it goes. But just look at all the other ones. We've had 14 locker skins this year, maybe we'll see 15, maybe there might be a Christmas one, we'll see how it goes, but scroll. If you were to compare 14 lockers in a single year compared to all the previous years, you might notice, oh wow, it's been pretty absurd this year. Yeah, similar to fridges basically. So I'm interested. Your design is very bright and it looks very nice, but it's still I'm conflicted. By all means, comment below. Do you like it? In fact, feel free to comment below. Out of all these skins, what happens to be your most favourite skin? But still, the issue of, well, when we go for a bad time, honestly, wouldn't be surprised they drop off. It's questionable if we do see more collection continuations for anything here. Anyway, looking at everything else, I think I want to talk about the garage door next. So, last week, we of course... Oh, no, sorry, there you go. We had the Firefly's garage door. Now, this was a very nice quality piece of work, and it was part of a very well-established collection that people do appreciate. That had faint glow, but also had little holes of transparency in the body of this, but some very good transparency in the bottom. We compared that with the dungeon garage door, didn't we? Cool. But then, this right here also has better transparency in the top portion. The bottom portion, in both corners, is like a big solid square that you can just see through. Now, I did do a comparison in the rust rotation video, and of course, I have made a short video showcasing this as well. That's fine. The Cobalt Jungle container garage door is totally fine, but I feel like it's better off used in other ways. But like the jump up design and being able to see if you have like a half wall built on the garage door, like that's better off with the Firefly's garage door. Firefly's glows, that doesn't, but maybe people want to be more stealthy. If you've actually seen the design, you might notice that this was actually originally intended to be accepted when the Jungle update came out. Didn't happen, unfortunately, but well, see it now. So do you remember the sheepman door? Do you remember the armoured double door? Well, there you go. It's part of the well-established Cobalt container set. Now, I guess is it really connected to that? Made by the it's made by the same skin creator, but I mean, is the green one really? We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so hop it back over to here. Looking at that, having seen it myself, it does look cool. It does stand out differently compared to the other skins that we've seen so far this year. Something that doesn't want to be noticed. Something that wants to be a bit more discreet. I think it could work out quite all right. But with both of these coming out at the same time, pretty much, could there be issues? Or maybe people will realise that's better off in a certain way and this is better off in a certain way. Am I still expecting Cobalt Jungle container garage door to drop off? Look at all the garage doors, blah, 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 blah. So many garage doors this year, blah, 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 blah. That is number 38. For Christmas, will we see another one? I won't be surprised. Could we push all the way up to 40? We have 3 more rust doors for 2025. It is getting absolutely absurd with garage doors, isn't it? But do you consider that to stand out a lot more differently compared to everything else we saw this year? I'm just going to have to wait and see, aren't we? So, all right, we'll just leave it at that. So, looking at all the other skins, what's also looking pretty interesting. I feel like by default I want to talk about Forest Raider's bed, but I kind of feel like this is going to get purely carried by the fact that it's a Forest Raider skin. So as you might notice, oh wow, this is very expensive. All the clothing and the armor there, pushing up to $400. You don't even have to add this to really help it out that much. So anyway, 3 deplorables now, looking very cool. It's a shame because I probably would have preferred the large box and the furnace that was made in the past, but hey, I'm going to take it. But also, ooh, the timing. So we've had quite a lot of bed skins already, haven't we? But are you aware? With just Twitch rivals, free, free bed skins are going to be given away for absolutely free. So yeah, Rastoria bed, Oil Rats bed, Wildren bed, awesome, like primitive design, awesome glow in the dark design, very, very bright. I mean, that's not too hard to get a hold of. So, Forest Raider's bed. You're cool. You do glow. It's not too crazy, but it's like, oh, I'm not sure. And again, the amount of bed skins we've seen so far, like, how many? Is it 17? Let's just, yeah, 17. This first became skinnable in October 2025. It's barely been like a couple months. We already have 17 skins. If we keep seeing more, and 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 more, 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 more. Oh no. Oh no. So perhaps you might struggle a little bit. Let me remind you, the other deplorables did initially struggle a little bit. Not like ridiculously, but a bit. But this also isn't selling that much. Maybe a sheer lack of sales could definitely help it out. Maybe we do see some more Forest Raider deplorables being accepted in the future. I know they're there, but we'll see, alright? Could have had Forest Raiders burlap. Could have had Forest Raiders hide clothing. Could have had Forest Raiders AK-47. No, bed. Yay. So, yeah, keep an eye on this. The sales probably will be helping it out. Also, that's abnormal, so sweet. So, looking at all the other skins, I feel like I'll now talk about the greening area armored door. The first marketable armored door to be accepted in all of 2025. I'm not joking. So I know, of course, we had the special drop. Yep, Spoon Kid blazed. Awesome looking design. Very artistic. Very, very lovely to look at with the eyes. But now, greening area. So you know how I said a little bit earlier, greening area is one of the skins, the locker there. In the previous Complete the Sets, I made a point saying, well, nobody else got a skin accepted afterwards. Well, technically this did. In the next Complete the Sets. But hey, look at that whole set. This is starting to improve. That is actually starting to recover. That's very nice to see. But you've got a sheepman door here that's in the positive. A garage door that's in the positive. Double door, I mean, we don't need to question you. Large box as well. Large boxes in general, they don't really... Again, we've had a lot of Sinotype recently. So anyway, I think that actually might work out quite alright. Maybe it might suffer initially. We'll see how it goes. Also, look at all the somewhat recent Armored Door skins. Do you notice how like next to none of them are like actually up in value? Shadowborn's doing alright. That looked cool. And you know what? I bet we'll probably see a Shadowborn skin next week. That's actually a very good shout. We'll see. So, the majority not looking very good. The majority not looking... Yeah. Same thing over and over again. The majority of the skins, they're not holding up very well. This is where I question, is it due to the fact that people just aren't using armored doors that much? Do they even get to the point where they get to have an armored door? Feel free to comment below. Feel free to comment below. Sorry about that. Comment below your thoughts in regards to, do you actually use it enough? Is there justification to own a skin for an armored door? We have had quite a lot of interesting Twitch drops in the past, but at $2.49, do you like this design? Have you seen my rust rotation video? Alright, cool. Anyway, so again, Barders first. It's abnormal, so that's how we'll approach it. I think now I'll probably bring up the Ladybug cosplay tier 2. You might question, Hedge, how come you didn't like mention this like sooner? Typically with every rust door, you instantly jump onto the clothing and armor and say, oh look, you know, potential continuations and all that. I don't think we're going to see a continuation for Ladybug cosplay anytime soon. So let's just quickly point this out. Initially, the hoodie and pants, they come out in 2021, 36,000 subscribers. A year later, some strange thing happened on Twitter where someone said they had their son desperately wanted this. If you know, you know. I won't go too into it. This gets accepted. Oh, look. That's gone up in price very nicely. But anyway, that's worked out all right. Then complete the sets for 2023, August 2023. Boots are accepted. Wow. And now, tier 2. A full complete set. Although we probably still need to get gloves. Maybe get a jacket. There's lots of things that could happen. But will it happen? This is made by Milho Frito. He has a lot of collection that he juggles, right? I had to get on my knees and beg him to do bee cosplay again in anticipation to the cooking update when the beehives were first introduced and all that. So did that get accepted? See, that would have been perfect for this year. This would have been that would have been perfect for this rust door. Maybe next week. All right. If you want to see if you really want to see bee cosplay being completed, get on your knees and pray. Next week, come a face punch, please. Anyway, what else comes out? I don't think we'll be seeing anything else come out anytime soon, at the very least. Let me also point out the current rate of sales that we see here. Oh, that's not looking too bad. The tier 2, if I was to give you a very rough estimate, doesn't look like it's going to even reach 10,000 subscribers. So as long as this collection remains in demand, tier 2 very likely will be the most expensive piece. Yeah, you might sit there and say, but hang on a minute, look at these prices. Do you think it's going to hold? So we'll see how it goes. 99 cents a piece. Not selling that much. It's a complete collection. Is it going to remain in demand? Or will it just get lost in the shuffle? These skins, you know, they weren't doing very well before, but once we started seeing collection continuations, alright, cool. But yeah, they have suffered, alright? As of recent, the tier 3 was actually improving, but now with this appearing, oh yeah, that's just... So, keep an eye on it, alright? But still not really expecting any continuations anytime soon. Not expecting it to sell that much either, so, alright, cool, understood. So, looking at the remaining skins, what else do we have? I think it's just the fridge and all that, so alright. I'll mention the fridge next. It's not part of an in-demand collection. That is a bit of a problem. Garage door, ooh. Sheet metal door, ooh. Weapons, ooh. But you, the fridge. The fridge looks awesome. It's not a fridge, it's a freezer. It is absolutely frozen solid in there. So I showcased it, I liked it, and honestly, if you were to buy it because you think it's cool, I don't blame you. It looks awesome. But how many subscribers have we had so far? Only 4,000. Oh, it was a Shining reference. I knew it! I thought that every time I kept looking at it, I was like, this looks like The Shining. But did you see that little picture there for the reference? Come on, show it again, show it again, show it again. Oh, I needed this. There you go, perfect. Right, awesome. So, only 4,000 subscribers at the moment. This also looks like it's going to hardly reach 10,000 subscribers. Does that instantly mean success? I don't know. 19 fridges in a single year. Absolutely absurd. We have 35 skins in total. 19 of them were accepted in just 2025. That is, well, not good. Look at the majority of them. You got a few here. They're doing quite all right. And the rest of them, oof. So, what do you reckon them? A lack of sales, could it help it out? Well, let me remind you, Bones Fridge only did about 8,000 subscribers. Transparent design, though, didn't glow. This definitely glow. You know, this really does glow. Maybe. We'll see, right? We'll see. It does look nice, though. Consider watching the Rust Rotation video. Now, with both the weapons, I said it in the Rust Rotation, I didn't have that much faith. Fort Collection, as you'll see here. Oh, it's a weapon-only collection. That's a bit doubtful. Also, hunting bows in general. And, yeah, the majority of them not exactly holding up their value. So I said 60 cents to 80 cents for that. And for this, well, considering we've got the brand new DLC LR300 on the horizon, yeah, I've got doubts. I'm sorry to say. So I think that also get lost in the shuffle. And then you look at like all the LR300s. Look at their prices. Oh dear. I'm convinced the Black Ops LR300 was bought out, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that's probably gonna be 60 cents to 80 cents as well, which is quite sad to say because of course that waited like 5 years to be accepted. So overall, I think I've said all the skins. There you go. So yeah, it'll all be in order of what I feel more confident with in the description. Let me also point out, from here on now, we are going to see more and more mentions of the Naval update and the commits. But for Christmas, so let me just point this out. For the 18th of December, with the Christmas update, you might have noticed we didn't see any DLCs appear with the Force Wipe. They're going to be coming out with the Christmas update. So the balloons, the building skin, the brand new LR300 Space Assault skin, and the brand new Christmas 2025 DLC batch. It's all coming out on the 18th of December, right? Now, what's in the batch of this? It looks like wallpapers, the ice sculpture, and something else is being put into a bundle, right? So keep an eye out for that. That'll be pretty interesting. What else has been mentioned? It's all just Naval update. It's all just Naval update. So I guess that's all we're going to see over the course of the next 2 months. All right, cool. Yay. So, yeah, unfortunately, I was expecting so much more. Because it's just a wipe, not as many people turned up compared to the previous month. Maybe a lot of people turn up for Christmas. Maybe that might be pretty interesting. So December 18, will we see a lot of people turn up for then? We'll just have to wait and see. Here's hoping. Christmas momentum is still strong. And let me tell you this, it's not hard to sell some of these Christmas skins. Well, if you actually let them go through, it probably would help, Hedge. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4? No, it's 5. Okay. But I have been selling like a lot of Christmas skins. It has been easy. People are buying them, and I've got to warn you. It's probably better off that you sell them sooner rather than later. In fact, I do quite literally talk about that in this video over to here. Yep, my Christmas 2025 momentum video. Now, do be aware, I didn't know that the Naval update was delayed at this specific point. A couple of days later, then we find out. So, oh dear. But I do go over a lot of details. I talk about the progression with certain skins. I talk about how prices have improved. I talk about how the best time to buy Christmas skins is always usually March and April time. And you can see how much all the gains have been for some of these. But it's also a question of how do you approach in terms of selling them and whatnot. You probably want to sell your Christmas skins before it's, December 26th, as an example. So keep an eye on all the interesting skins that are being submitted as well. We're seeing more and more, but we're also starting to notice more and more collection continuations. So, you see the Christmas miracle door here? I'm anticipating a garage door being made. Skin Creator has said he's going to do it. Why are you making such a fuss about the anime Christmas garage door, Hedge? I would be rolling with the assumption that would probably sell very nicely. And, well, I reckon that might spike them on spike and price ever so nicely as well. What do you reckon? So, we'll see how it goes. Front page of the Steam Market, how you doing? You got the garlands there, you got the deluxe Christmas lights, but you're not seeing that many Christmas skins. I guess they're selling in small amounts, but progressively. Whereas like whiteout stuff's getting bought out a lot more now. Is that starting to improve? Let's see. So if I could just turn on my Steam Inventory Helper extension. Right, can't confirm that's pushing up to $25. Are you actually going up though? And by the looks of it, yeah, it is starting to trend back upwards again. So is that going to reach a brand new all-time peak price again? I mean, most probably. It's to be, expected. But will post-Christmas actually be good for 2026? I hope. I hope. So, yep, that's it. That's a wrap. So, one final extra thing to just point out to all of you. go to twitch.facebook.com. You'll see the Twitch rival skins have been revealed. And if you want to get an absolutely lovely look at all the skins, well, let's go ahead and point out to you, back over to here, Rust December Twitch Drops Skin Showcase. Now, let me just point this out to all of you. Yes, there's going to be another batch, Trust and Rust. And yes, there's also, Trust and Rust and Rustmas. Kick and Twitch are getting Christmas drops. So that'll be in its own very special video. I very likely will be recording the Trust and Rust video and probably get it out at the same time I do the predictions video, so Saturday. And then with the Rustmas video and skins, I'll probably put that out Monday or Tuesday. So keep that in mind. So thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Stay hopeful. And also consider, donating to the Jingle Jam event. This is going on until Sunday, and I am taking part in it. And I better hurry up because it's late at the moment, and I need to eat still. Whew. So thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to each and every single one of you. And yeah, have fun.